Hello, everyone. In this discussion, a Jewish person and an apologetic Christian named Shamoun engage in a deep dialogue about the plurality of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They explore Hebrew texts, the meaning of Elohim, and how this concept reflects the complex nature of God. Let's take a moment to watch this video.
But you're going to read the Hebrew. So even if they mistranslate, you're going to correct it for us. This is Chabad.org. This is an Orthodox Jewish website that provides their own translation of the Tanakh with Rashi's commentary. Now, the earth was astonishingly empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the water. And you can read the Hebrew, it's Ruach Elohim, right?
I see it.
The rabbis will tell you that here God is talking to angels, and that's not going to make sense. And God said, let us make man in our image, and after our likeness, and they shall rule over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the heaven, and over the animals, and over all the earth, and over all the creeping things that creep upon the earth. So this is a text that rabbis struggled with because later on it was used by Christians and Gnostics. The question is, why is it in Genesis 1, when God comes to create mankind, he now says, let us make man. Every other act of creation, God simply said, let there be. Let the earth bring forth, there was. But when he creates Adam, he says, let us make man our image after likeness. Who's he talking to?
I don't know. That's cool.
The rabbis will tell you he's talking to the angels. Can't be, because angels did not help God create man.
The word Elohim, commonly referred to as plural of majesty, points to the unity of God in his complex nature. The term Elohim is the plural form of Eloah. The singular form, Eloah, can be compared to a cognate word in Aramaic, Elah. The plural form, Elohim, known as the plural of majesty, conveys the idea of plurality within unity. God who is Echad, Arabic, Ahad, signifying a complex unity as opposed to Yachid, Arabic, Wahid, which implies an absolute, indivisible unity. It is important to note that in Hebrew, when describing greatness or majesty, plural words are often used to convey singular concepts. For instance, the word heaven is written in the plural form in Hebrew, shamayim, with the im suffix. Thus, the plural form Elohim is referred to as a plural of majesty, highlighting the greatness of the Creator.
And we know that because we go to Isaiah. God did it all by himself, all alone. Isaiah 44:24. So said the Lord, your Redeemer, the one who formed you from the womb. I am the Lord who makes everything, who stretched forth the heavens alone, who spread out the earth from my power. No one helped him. So who's he talking to? I'm going to show you some more things that are troubling. Genesis 20:13. Now, it's not translated in English, but that's fine. And it came to mind, this is Abraham speaking, when God caused me to wander from my father's house. Caused me to wander is plural. It's Elohim when they caused me to wander. Let us make man in our image after our likeness. That's plural. Here, God, they caused me to wander. That's plural. Here's more. I'm going to show you more plurals. Do you see this word? When God, because there, neglu, appeared ha Elohim. But it's plural. It's when they appeared. But it's saying, that's when ha Elohim, the Elohim, they appeared. How come God is a they? It's not about God appearing to Yaakov. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because your Hebrew Bible points to God being plural. One God, but a plural God, not a singular person. But these are the things the rabbis don't want you to know. I'm just being honest. They don't want you to know this. And then when you show it to them, they'll explain it away.
What's the explanation? Can I ask if you know it?
Because that's why we're Trinitarian, my brother. Because the one God is not one person. So singular and plural can be used of the one God to show that he's one God, but more than one person. That's exactly our point. Because this is a one passage I'm going to show you. And neither I learned wisdom nor knowledge of who?
Kadoshim, I got you. The blessed.
No, it's not blessed. Kadosh is the word holy. You get the word blessed from, like when you say Baruch, bless.
Oh, yes.
Right? Kadoshim.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So it's not holy one. It's holy ones.
I like that. Okay.
In Proverbs 33, the use of the word kedoshim in its plural form to describe God can be understood in several theological and linguistic ways. In Hebrew tradition, the plural form is often used to denote greatness or splendor, even when the subject being discussed is singular, such as God. Therefore, even though God in Hebrew monotheistic theology is still understood as one, the use of this plural form emphasizes that God's holiness is so vast and beyond human comprehension. In Hebrew literary understanding, the repetition of a word twice means really, and the repetition of a word 3 times means extremely. When the adjective holy is repeated 3 times, it indicates that there is no other word in human language that can adequately describe God's holiness except by repeating it 3 times. This carries the meaning of extremely holy, a typical Hebrew literary rhetorical device called tautology. From a Christian theological perspective, although the Trinity consists of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Isaiah 6:3 is not meant to directly express this plurality. Rather, the repeated holiness refers to God's perfect and absolute holiness, which can be related to the understanding of God as complex and transcendent in Christian belief without explicitly using the plural form. Although the New Testament was written in Greek, which was the international language at the time, the New Testament was written by the Apostle John, who was a Jew. He wrote the Greek text in Hebrew literary style. It is not impossible that what he saw and heard indeed had the repetition of the word kadosh, Greek hagios, 3 times, a statement about the absolute extreme holiness of God.
Why is your God holy ones? Let me show you why. Neither have I learned wisdom, nor do I know the knowledge of the Holy One. Now you saw it was plural, right? Holy ones. Okay. What is he talking about? He's talking about these holy ones are so majestic and beyond comprehension, I'm not able to fathom and comprehend their ways and their characteristics. How do I know? Because now let's read 4. Count how many. Okay, count for me.
Okay.
Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has wrapped the waters in his garment? Who has established the ends of the earth? What is his name and what is his son's name? Surely you know. What is his son's name? So how does your God have a son who can do what he alone can do? That's why it's plural, kadoshim. It's referring to them as the holy ones.
Now I'm stuck wondering, like, what's the counter for this? What's the...
Oh, they'll tell you, no, it's talking about Israel, God's son. But Israel doesn't do what God does, and Israel's not incomprehensible, right?
Right.
But that's how they're going to explain it away.
That makes sense.
Proverbs 34 does not directly explain the doctrine of the Trinity, but this verse provides an early indication of the existence of the Son, which is later explained further in the New Testament. In the New Testament, we learn more about the Trinity, which is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as one God in 3 persons. One clear example of this is in Matthew 28:19, where Jesus commands baptism in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. This shows that although the 3 persons are distinct, they remain one in God. In conclusion, although Proverbs 30 verse 4 does not explicitly reveal the Trinity, this verse provides an early glimpse of the Son who dwells within the existence of God. Additionally, the repetition of the word holy in the plural form, as seen in Isaiah 6:3 and Revelation 4:8, reflects the perfect holiness of God, which is manifested in all 3 of his persons. Therefore, while the doctrine of the Trinity is more clearly revealed in the New Testament, we can see that Proverbs 34 and the use of holy in the plural form point toward this teaching.